Good morning. It's Thursday morning. I hope it's a good Thursday morning for you. Well, the Moravian text takes us to Mark's Gospel today. We're in chapter 4. The assigned reading is verses 1 through 20, but I'm just going to read verses 1 through 9, okay? Again, Jesus began to teach by the lake. The crowd that gathered around him was so large that he got into a boat and sat in it out on the lake, while all the people were along the shore at the water's edge. He taught them many things by parables, and in his teaching said, "Listen, a farmer went out to sow his seed. As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path, and the birds came and ate it up. Some fell in rocky places where it did not have much soil. It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow. But when the sun came up, the plants were scorched, and they withered because they had no root. Other seed fell among thorns, which grew up and choked the plants, so they did not bear grain. Still other seed fell on good soil. It came up, grew, and produced a crop, some multiplying 30, some 60, some 100 times. Then Jesus said, 'Whoever has ears to hear, let them hear.'" The word of the Lord. So it makes sense this morning as we look at this parable. Normally when people hear this parable, at least when I've heard this parable before on multiple occasions, you think about the different kinds of soil, where the seed fell. And you think, Lord, I want to be good soil. I want to bear a harvest of 30, 60, maybe even 100 times. I want my life to produce fruit. And I think it's a very, very good application of this parable. What kind of soil are you? Are you good soil? Are there ways that you could be better soil? Could God grow in you more? Could God make you more fruitful based on the quality of the soil of your life and living? Those are great questions. And maybe you want to ask those questions of yourself today. But really, the thing that jumped out at me when I read this parable early this morning was the seed. The power of, the quality of, the impact, the potential impact of the seed. A little seed, when it meets good soil, and I guess you could ask the question, hey sower, what are you throwing the seed on bad soil for? Come on, have a little bit better aim. But the seed, when it falls on good soil, has the potential to bring life and bring health and produce a harvest and feed people or produce things that heal people. Medicine mostly was, herbs and flowers and different kinds of things like that back in the days of Jesus. A little seed has incredible capacity. And so I don't know where you find yourself today. I don't know if you're having a good day. I don't know if you're having a bad day. I don't know if you're whistling, if you're crying. I don't know if you're worried. No matter where you find yourself today, if you know Jesus, then you got a whole big, limitless and endless bag of seed. Are we people who are telling this gospel? Are we people who are sharing this good news? Or, as I'd like to think about it recently, the good virus. The good virus. You never know who's going to catch it, and it begets not death and sickness, but it begets healing and life and health. This good gospel, this good virus. And if you're a follower of Jesus and you know the story, you know his story about how he was born and came for us so we could know him, and how he took our place on his cross and suffered in our place, paid the penalty for us so that we could know forgiveness. And then he rose on the third day so that we might have hope. He rose on the third day so that we might know the power of the resurrection in our own lives. This is the gospel. This is the good seed. The sower went out to sow, and he sowed the seed. Wherever you find yourself today, on your cul-de-sac, in your neighborhood, maybe in your car, going someplace, there are people in your lives that you are uniquely qualified because of your relationship with them to share something of this good news, to sow a little bit of seed in their lives. The sower went out to sow. And who knows what God will do with the seed we throw out there. Yeah, some's going to fall on the path. Some's going to get choked out by the worries and concerns of this life. Some, the birds are going to pick up and it's not going to amount to anything. But sometimes when we sow, it meets good soil. And God brings a harvest in the life of somebody and changes a family, changes a neighborhood, changes people dramatically. The sower went out to sow. That's what we need to do today. In some ways, large and small, sow the seeds of this good news. To tell some people and give an explanation or a defense of the hope that we have. And I'll finish with this. These are crazy, 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 days. Who knows what's going to happen? No one knows. No one knows how this thing's going to change, when it's going to open up. There's huge opportunity here. People are more available. People are more open. People are asking questions that they haven't probably asked for a while about, some fundamental things in this life. Does that make them better soil? Yeah, I think maybe it does. And it certainly creates a bigger opportunity for us to be sowers, to be tellers of this good news. So let me pray for us. Lord, help us sow. Show us where to sow today. Thank you that you've given us a limitless bag of seed. It never ends. And we can tell and tell and tell and tell and tell all kinds of different people everywhere about you. And some of that seed that we sow is going to meet good soil. And every once in a while, Lord, I just pray that you might bless us by seeing some of the fruit. Hey, you guys, have a great day, all right? The sower went out to sow.